Yeah, so we'll just go through the polymorphism first, and
Okay.
you'll tell me that if you know the topics or not. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So these are the same concepts which we have gone through previously, but yeah, let's see how much do we still know. Why it's not loading? Oh God. So yeah, polymorphism, benefits of polymorphism. Then we have different parametric polymorphism. We'll go through everything. I think these topics you don't need to go through. These are advanced topics. These are advanced polymorphism topics. But for now, let's just go through polymorphism. So it's an ability of a class instance to take different forms. So it means many forms. So that's why it means poly means many and morph means forms. So if it is an ability of a class instance to take different forms based on the instance it's acting upon. So like this, when we create a furniture, suppose it's a interface, and you say that this interface is equals to new chair, then this object will become a chair. And if you say it's a table, then this object will become a table, right?
Okay.
So you have an abstract class, or you can say you have an interface, and you create a body of the interface, and you say that you have this method there, and you just override you in this case it is using inheritance to do this, but you have to remember that we will be doing this using inheritance, because sorry, using what was that interface,
Interface.
because that is better method. Okay. In case if you are using abstract class, then you need to use inheritance to do this. And if you're using interface, then you will use the implements and use the interface concepts to implement your polymorphism. Yeah, go ahead. What happened?
No, no, I was just asking the recorded session which you have posted on YouTube, you're
Hmm.
not going to delete them ever, right, in future?
Yeah, no.
Okay, because sometimes I just like to recap, so I can
Yeah,
check.
no worries. I'm not. These are just live streams. I will not going to delete that. In case if it gets automatically deleted, then let me know.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
yeah, so these are
it's an
the
abstract.
yeah. So we know how to you do the interface, right? How to create the
Yeah,
interface, and using that we can um, go through the polymorphism things, right?
yeah.
But let's go through this definition again. So it's an ability of a class instance, and what class instance? This furniture class instance, to take many forms. Because in this instance, it is taking the chair. You can create it as a table, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's just an ability of a class. Now, the second point is polymorphism is primarily achieved by subclassing or by implementing an interface. So yeah, we can just either you have two ways. Either you are using abstract class, right? Abstract class,
Yeah.
or you are using the interface. So these two methods you can use to do your polymorphism things. Now the third point is the derived classes can have its own unique implementation. Yeah, so the unique implementation that we are talking about is this one, right? You see that we have a class chair. So we have a abstract class, which is a furniture, and we have a class chair where this add legs method which we created in our abstract class. So this doesn't have any body, right?
Okay.
So we create the body inside these two separate class, and how we create the body, we'll just use add override method. So this is an annotation, right? So we use this annotation to say that we are giving our own implementation for this method. In this case,
Cool.
we are again using this annotation, and we are saying that we are giving different implementation for this method. And in this implementation, we are saying that we are going to print chair legs added. In this implementation, we are going to say table legs added, because this is a table class and this is a chair class. So that's how you can say that, yeah, a class instance can have a different forms. In this case, it's a chair. In this case, it's a table. So this ability, this all function, this is called as polymorphism. Okay. And also this is called as runtime polymorphism, or you can say it's a dynamic binding. Okay.
Dynamic one.
Yeah. So there is one more way to do the polymorphism, which is method overloading, which you know that you need to change the parameter or the data type of the parameter, and thus you can just do the polymorphism things. Again, yeah, that is also called as parametric polymorphism, or you can say method overloading, or you can say compile time polymorphism. So now you know that what is parametric polymorphism, what is compile time, what is your method overloading. All these are the same things, different names, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, next is what is your benefits of polymorphism. So real power and benefit can be achieved when you can code to an abstract base class or interface based on the context. Polymorphism enables the selection of most appropriate class implementation not only in production code, it also paves way to have an alternate implementation for testing. So this is very beneficial, you know, just in case if you have written a code for your main class and you're providing a different implementation for a test class. So it's very beneficial if you use this concept of polymorphism because you know you can always change the forms of it, forms of the object, and that is very beneficial.
So many forms.
Yeah, so yeah, the only benefit is you can create many forms of objects. So an object can take many implementations and can become a different person. You know, in case of furniture, this furniture can become a chair. This furniture can become a table. So yeah, that's it. That is the main advantage, you know, for the polymorphism. And yeah, so that's it. Unit testing, we can create different implementation for the testing classes. Parametric, now you know that it's a method overloading. So in this case, you created the interface. You told that, yeah, this interface have one method. And here you created, I think, let me check. Yeah, you created two implementations, I guess. So this T, don't get confused. It's a generic form. So that I didn't teach you and it's not that important for you for now in
Okay.
relevant to your exam. So yeah, so I'll go through it. If you want to cover the generic things, so I can cover it later. So these are how generic is used to achieve parametric polymorphism. But just remember that this parametric one is your compile time and method overloading things, right? Now the subtype polymorphism is something which is a little different, and you might not need to remember it, but let's just go through it again. Again, I think that's the wrong one. So first time,
I think we didn't do.
yeah. Subtype polymorphism, so it is also known as inclusion polymorphism. So the parameter definition of a function supports any argument of a type or its subtype. So let's just go through the example. That way we can get to know better what it is. So we have an abstract class. We created a method declaration. Then we have two separate classes, one for car, one for bike. And this is your abstract class for vehicle. We are extending the vehicle, so we need to provide the implementation for override because the implementation is not given here. Yeah, so here as well, we are returning four for the car. We have four wheels. For the bike, we have two wheels, so we are returning two. Then we are printing the wheels count. So it's just a helper function. We don't need to care about it. Now, this is the main thing. This public void main string args. So here, what we are saying, we are calling this method to print the wheels, and here we are passing it. So we are passing a different implementation. So you know how we are used to created the objects. Let me go through this one. So here in this case, you are creating this in this body itself. You're initializing it with a new chair. In this case, you are also initializing it with a new table. But in this case, you are passing it. So in the subtype, in this case, you are giving it inside a bracket. So you're passing it, and here all these things will get converted.
Okay, the vehicle get wheels count will be done
Yeah,
in the main class.
yeah. So in this, the code below, the method takes vehicle as parameter and prints count of vehicle. So we count the wheels in the vehicle. The main method shows subtype polymorphic calls. So these are subtype polymorphic calls, these things, you know. And passing objects of car and bike as argument to the method. Every place where you just go through this topic, that's not that important, you know. Yeah, so our polymorphism, I think it's already done. So if you have any confusion for the method overloading, method overriding, just let me know. So do you have any? So we can just say that yeah, it's a done thing.
Okay.
What is today? September 8th. Yes, I do. Ishan, and I'll just mark it as revision. You go again through this topic and revise it.
Okay.
And let's go to the another topic.
Sir, so there are only 17 these things, huh?
17 what? 17 tasks? I'll create more.
17. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I'll create more.
All right. 17 keys. I mean, this keys where it's written
Yeah, yeah,
key,
yeah.
na? Java 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, definitely. For now, it's 17.
What
I'll
are.
create more.
Okay, okay. The done ones are here. Okay. I didn't check this Jira board for a very long time, so I'm
Yeah,
trying
even
to
I
find out
also.
this board.
So we're just doing the revision part here, because just in case if you can't, oh, I didn't added anything in the notes. I guess I need to add these. But I think you already know what is override keyword and what is overloading, what is, yeah, I didn't added anything. So I have to add the notes for these. Then we'll go through it. But I think we have already gone through inheritance and all. Like we have already gone through this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just go through your notes, like your college notes, and I'll add separate notes here. You can go through these notes as well.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't think so that I added. I just added for the polymorph till polymorphism only. Okay. By tomorrow I will add all these things and you can go through it. But yeah, so
Okay, sir.
I think these concepts object class, access modifier, final, finally, and finally block, finalize, widening versus narrowing conversions, getter and setters, pass by value, pass by reference, naming convention, interface method, what is default there, and default method versus abstract one. So these I think we covered till now. So what else do you want me to cover for today?
I don't think there's anything else left.
Okay, cool. Um, then I guess what we can do
We can continue with the
collection.
the notes, my notes, the unit one, or else we can answer the questions.
We can do that, but
Oh,
let's.
sir.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, that arrays and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Let's go through the collection framework in Java, and we'll see. We'll get to know what are these. So instead of array, I'll just go through the array list,
What is
and
this website?
this is Geeks for Geeks.
Okay. What's it for, by the way? I don't know about it.
You can learn anything: C, C++, Java, Python, data science, machine learning, Linux, DevOps, SQL. So many things you can learn here. They have their courses as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first topic we will cover today is collections. So what are collections? So these are there are different terms, you know. First one is your collections, then your collection framework. There are so many terms I'll explain to you little by little. But yeah, for the hierarchy, you see, let's go through each like line by line. Yeah. It's a group of individual objects that are treated as a single unit. Hopefully, this is clear to you.
Yeah.
In Java, a separate framework named the collection framework was defined in JDK 1.2. which contains all the Java collection classes and interfaces. In Java, the collection interface and map interface. So yeah, so we have two different things, you know. So collectively it is called as collection and framework, but in Java we have two different things. First one is your collection interface. This is your collection interface, and the second one is your map interface. This is your map interface, and it comes from package java.util, and it is also coming from the package java.util. And this is the class collection. This is class map. So we have two main root interfaces of Java collection classes. First one is your collection, second one is your map. Now, why do we need a collection framework? This is the question. So we need a collection framework for implementing our data structures. When you create some algorithm, you need to use some data structures like arrays, hash map, linked list. So those things, you don't need to write it yourself. It is already inside the collection framework. So it makes your life easier
Mm-hmm.
if you use the collection framework. So before the collection framework, when it was not there, Java used arrays, vectors, hash table to group objects, but they lacked a common interface. Each had a separate implementation, making usage inconsistent and harder for developers to learn and maintain. So yeah, basically the collection frameworks makes your life easier because everything is inside this java.util package,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, definitely it is very easy, and this is the reason why Java is much easier than any other programming language.
Because
Like
of the
even
packages.
yeah, even the C++ also have STL, so you can read that. But Java is much easier because of the naming conventions and all. Like everything is object oriented, you know. So it's much
Mm-hmm.
easier to understand the code. Even though if you are the first timer, you'll also feel that oh my god, what is it? It's very difficult to understand for the beginners, but it's very easy if you know everything. Like now you know what is this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we are using java.util package for our collection. So in this case, you are creating an array using new. New is the keyword for creating an object. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we are creating an object of array integer, which with data type int, and you're initializing with some values. So these are the values, right? Then you're creating a vector. Vector is basically your what are array? So array is basically a fixed size container where you store your elements contiguously. Like
Okay.
you have some fixed allocation in your memory and you are storing one, two, three, four line by line,
Mm-hmm.
each of them line by line. And index start from 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the it is also using hash table. I'll
So
go
in
through
vector
hash.
and array is the
Yeah.
same thing, right?
Vector and array is almost same thing, but vector can increase its size whenever you feel like. For example, an array. If you are creating an array with four integers, okay, you have to give some size as well. So it will just fix the size of the array to four. Like you can only
Oh.
store four elements. But in case of vector, you can store many more. Like you
Oh.
can add whenever how much you want. Suppose if you reach the if you are at the last, so it will double its size. Double or I think 3 by 4. I don't remember particularly what was the exact value, but yeah, it will increase its size automatically and copy all the elements to the different vector object.
Mm,
So yeah,
makes
so that's
sense.
your vector. So you are adding the element 1 and 2. And in hash table is like you have a key. In case of you see this uh, Java, right? You have a key and you have some value in summary, right?
Mm-hmm.
So similarly, in hash table, what will be there? You have a key which will be in form of integer, and you will have some value which will be in form of string. So it's like a table. You see here, it's like a table where you have some key and you have some value. Okay. So this is
Yeah.
your key, but in case it was written integer, right? So it will be one,
Mm-hmm.
two, three, four, like that. And there will
Oh.
be some value in the other column of the table. So that's your hash table. Okay. And there is much more details into this, but I'll not go through it right now. We'll go through it later someday. And what are the advantage of the Java collection framework? Since the lack of collection framework gave rise to the above set of disadvantage, consistent API, less coding effort, better performance. So we got ourselves collection framework. Now what it is, let's go through it. So you already know that collection framework is consisting of collection class and the map class, right? We have two separate
Mm-hmm.
classes for it. So inside of the collection class, we have this list, and list will contain array list, vector, stack, linked list. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and all these are inside this collection. So collection will have list, collection will have queue, collection will have set. So these are few things. It's very hard to remember all these if you're a beginner, but just take a look that how many classes are there. So you have array list, vector, stack, linked list, array dequeue, tree set, hash set, enum set, linked hash set. Okay, so there are many priority queue. So there's a lot of things which we need to learn, but for you, we'll just go through the array list, and yeah, I think array list will do. So now we have list interface. Okay, yeah, let's go through the array list first. Okay, you see this, right?
Yeah.
So this array list, vector, stack, and linked list. Okay, we'll just forget about these things for now. Queue, dequeue, sorted,
Okay.
set. Forget about these things. You have to cover these later, but for now, let's just focus on this particularly. Let's say that you have in your collection you have these only. So let's talk about array list. So all these classes, array list, vector, stack, linked list, they are part of your list. So list is an interface. Okay, and you can create
Mm-hmm.
many forms of it. You can say that this list object is a array list, this list object can be a vector, this list object can be a stack. So are we doing some polymorphism stuff here?
Yeah.
So we are saying that list can be of many forms,
Yeah.
right? It can be of array list, vector, stack, linked list. So we are going to create some list, and let's say it's an array list. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's write some code in our IntelliJ. Okay. Let's go to main class. First task is your create an array list. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now how we will create an array list? So you know array list is a part of list, right? So when we
Mm-hmm.
create list and we say that we want a list of integer, and then we can say new array list like this. So we created an array list. But you see, we get some error. You need to import some classes. So we have imported ArrayList from java.util, and we need to import the list as well from the java.util. Okay. Now we need to give some name as well. So li, let's say this list is li. So we created our array list. Okay. Here we are using the
Okay.
polymorphism concept. Polymorphism. You can say that this li, this list can be linked list. Okay. So you
Yeah.
see, we are implementing polymorphism concept here, and
Mm-hmm.
this list can be linked list, this list can be array list, this can be anything, can be stack, it can be anything, right? Vector.
Yeah.
So for now, in our case, let's say it's an array list. Cool. So now you know how to create an array list. Okay.
Yeah.
Now next thing is we need to add some values, right? Suppose you created some container, so we need to how to add some values, how to add elements in our array list. Okay. One more thing I want to explain you that if you don't use this list here, you can directly say array list. Okay. This is also same thing. You can
Okay.
tell like this also. You can write your code like this as well.
But we are using polymorphism,
Yeah,
so
but yeah, we are not using polymorphism here. But
okay,
if
that
you're
time in
using,
the first
yeah,
case.
this one is your polymorphism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, how we will add our elements in our array list? So to add, we have a method called this dot add. We can use this method to add elements. So li dot add. You see, we got our that we need to add integer only, right? Because we have it initially we created that yeah we need some integer value inside our list.
Okay.
So we will add some integer. Let's say 1. Okay. Let's say we are going to add some more. Let's say 2. Let's add one more. Let's say 3. Okay. Now, how to print the list? How to print the list? Or you can say array list, right? So to print it, it is very simple. Just write this out and yeah, just print the list, and I think it will work. So you see, we got 1, 2, and 3 inside our list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right? So we have covered this much task, and let's see how to. Our next question is how to iterate, or let's say how to fetch a value from that list. Okay, so how can we fetch it? Let's say you want to fetch the element which is at index 1. Okay, which value will
Mm-hmm.
be at index 1? 1, 2, or 3?
One.
No, because the indexing starts from 0. So this
Oh.
will be at 0, this will be at 1, this will be at 3. So to fetch the value, we need to say li dot get, okay, and we'll say 1, and we can print it directly. We'll say sound li dot get 1. Let's say 0 this time, okay. So which value it will print?
Once.
Yeah, correct. Let's print it. So you see we got our 1 because we printed the 0th element. Okay.
What is that? One, two, three. It has printed.
1 to 3 is from the list we added here, right?
Okay.
And we are giving this system.out.println array, right?
Okay, okay.
We didn't remove it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. And in case of array, if you're creating an array, let's say we are creating an array. It's very easy, It's not that difficult. You are just let me import it for you. And let's say this is an integer. Let's say this is array. Okay. These are two very similar things, but array will be fixed. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll say array create it like this. So what it is saying does not have type parameter. Array does not have. I think I'm creating it. wrong. It's been a long time since I use array in Java. I use the array list.
It's but easier and better.
Yep, easier and better. Let's create an array like this. Okay, we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Okay. Oh, we need to do it here. We give it name like this. So we created an array of integer. That's how we create. How to create an array of integer. Okay. So this is our array of integer. So you can directly initialize, or you can just say that I don't want to initialize it. But you see, we still have some error. If we don't initialize, we'll get some error. And it says array initializer expected, but we'll say that it is of size 4, let's say, then this error will go.
Mm.
If we declare our size, then that error will go. Or you have to initialize it with some number if you don't give it some value there. Now in this case, if you want to say array of 0, so we can say 1, and this is fine. Array of 1, this is 2. In this, we can directly put the values like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Array of 4, we say it's 4. So yeah, like that. Or also you can say array is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also fine. Hopefully. No.
Mm.
It's new. Okay, we can only do this when we do the new keyword. Never mind. Yeah, so in this case, how we will fetch? How to fetch the elements of an array?
Mm.
Let's print the array first, okay? So we can say south, say array, let's print it. And we can say array plus. Let's print it. Oh, we got an integer. What did it say? What happened, man? Index 4 out of bounds for length 4. Why? Why?
Because you have not given. I think. Oh yeah, there is codes.
Okay, why are we getting error? Oh, we need to do this 3 here. Because we created only for 4 size, right? So we can't just get the value. So we can't print, like it will just print the reference of the array object, okay? So to print this, we have to use for loop, or you can say that array of 0, please tell me the value of 0, value of 0 index, and you can print it like this. So you get the value of 0 is at index is 1. Okay.
1 second, sir. I just want to write.
Value of 0 index is 1.
So that plus, whenever we put plus whatever, it will print that value, right, of the
Yeah, yeah,
index
yeah.
plus that air का value print होगा.
Yeah, it will, for example, you will print this. So it got printed,
Yeah.
and after that it will print the value of this array 0. So this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know how to create array, how to create array list. So let's see some more methods for array list. So we know now how to add the elements in our array list. We know now how to print the array list, how to fetch a value from that list. Now the another question is, let me 1 second. How to iterate over a list? Okay, how to iterate over. So this is our next question. So how can we iterate over a list? So to iterate over a list, we can use for loop, while loop, anything. So let's use for loop. Let's say int I is equal to 0, and I'll say I less than li dot length. Do we have length? We don't have, because li is our class. Okay, for a class we can use size. If it's not a class, we will use length I plus plus, and then we can just iterate over it. So we'll say out li dot get I, and it will iterate over it. Iterate one, sorry, or you can say iterate over index, and we print our index I plus, say, value is, say, plus here, and this will print. So you see, iterate over index 0 and the value is 1. Iterate over index 1, value is 2, index 2, value is 3. Okay. So that's how you can iterate over your list. You can get the value of list. You can add some values, and how you can add some values in your array. So which one is better? Is this array or this array list? Array list is better because you can add any amount of elements into it. But for the array, you
So
need to
fixed.
declare your size here. So it's dynamic and the array is static. Okay, array list is your dynamic and that one is your static.
Okay.
So we got to know a little bit about our collection framework, and at least we know the what is array list. Okay, so this is what is your array list. Here we are declaring the array list with initial size n or whatever n, because this is dynamic, and we are appending some elements. So we are adding something into it. We are printing it. Yeah, we can remove also if we want to remove something from index 3. We can say li dot remove 3. Okay, so this
The
works.
remove keyword.
Yeah, using the remove method. So you don't have
Oh,
to perform any uh, algorithm because everything is already written. How to add, how to remove. So everything is written. You just need to know the method name and that's it. So we are done with the array list. Then we have our linked list. So linked list will have some node. Linked list we will go again. This is very advanced for you if you know if you don't know even the basics, right?
sir, actually, linked list we learned in data structures.
Yeah, it's in data structures. But yeah, for now we have learned the array list, so we can perform some questions. Okay,
Okay.
so we'll go through some questions in that case.
Yes.
I have TUF, take you forward, forward. You can take the subscription of take you forward if you want.
What is that, sir?
I
What
have
do I?
take you forward plus subscription.
Okay, what does this do, sir? I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you just a second. So we have a plus dashboard here. Okay. So you'll get these things in Take You Forward Plus, and this is a DSA, premium problems, LLD, OOPS, computer networks, DBMS, logical reasoning, quantitative aptitude. So these are just for your interviews. You can learn these things here. I have plus for this. You can also take.
Okay, sir.
I
And
don't.
it means you will give me a username and password or what? How
You
is
have
it?
to buy this.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you don't have to buy this because they provide free also. TUF free as well. But I
So
use
it's like a
this.
platform we used to learn,
Yeah,
right, sir?
yeah, definitely. Take you. You just search for Take You Forward
Mm-hmm.
.org and yeah, let's go through the normal one. And you see, you will be seeing these topics. So you see this driver's DSA sheet. So just click over here and you will see these things. So learn the basic C, C++, Java, Python, anything you want. Okay, so you can
Yes.
solve it. Build up logical thinking and STL Java collection. So you see, we have Java collections here.
Uh-huh.
So we'll go through it. We'll go to Java collections. Do we have any? Oh, it's only available for Plus. I have Plus. No worries. So
So there are videos, YouTube videos too over there.
yeah, they have YouTube videos as well.
Wow, that's nice.
You'll get videos for each topic as well. For example, you're learning recursion. Just click and you'll see 40 minutes lecture. Okay, that's nice. Um, Java, the collection, Java collections. Here it is. So we got our custom classes, list, add a list we covered, right? How to
Yeah,
create a new
array list
list. So
recover.
list, add a list, add linked list. Similarly, you can say linked list, new linked list, add. Similarly, stack you can create. So now you know how to create everything like from stack, linked list, vector. You can create anything if you know how to create array list. Okay.
So this which you're showing is from the paid version, right?
Yeah, this is from the paid version.
Okay.
And you have vector as well. Vector is equals to new vector. You have set, how to create a set, hash set. You can create hash set. You can create tree set. So this is how you can create a tree set. But in this case, previously we are using list, right? But
Yeah.
this set is in the class set, okay? And
Okay.
vector is inside vectors. Stack you can create like this. List you can create like this. Hash set you can create it like this using set. Hash set is equals to new hash set. Tree set again use set. Free set is equals to new tree set. For queue you have to create another separate interface. So queue is equals to new linked list. So queue can be a form linked list, can be a form priority queue. So you can create priority queue. Then we have our map, you know. So we have another package for our map. So this is our map interface, and we are creating it as a hash map. We can create it as a tree map. Then we have some iterators. So yeah, these things. So it's very easy to learn collections.
Okay.
Um, we'll go through that, but for now, let's just solve some questions. So can you share your screen and yeah, just share your screen and open HackerRank. We'll solve some
Okay.
questions over there.
Okay, sir. Can you give me a minute, please, sir? I'm just getting
Sure,
lost.
sure.
Yes, sir. I'm just shared.
Okay.
Java thing. Yes.
I think you shared only one tab because I can't
Oh,
see
you
any
cannot.
other thing. Yeah, I can't see.
Okay.
Share it again, maybe.
Yeah, on it, sir. I think yes. Whenever I share a window, it does share entire screen. Now you can see now.
Yeah, now I can see. So, what problem are you solving?
This is just string. I think we have to give the output.
Okay,
Oh, okay, okay.
just try solving.
Let me read it nicely. Okay. A and B. Perform the following. Sum A and B. Okay. So three lines of output. Yeah. So first, I think we should put the two inputs,
Okay.
and then those two inputs cut total. We have to figure out. I don't know what is that. No,
For the first
no.
line, we need to print the sum of the length of A and B. For the second line, we say
If the
that if
length of
yeah,
A is greater than B or not.
yeah, okay, if A is greater than B, then we can say yes or we can say no. What is that? If it is
I think
lexicographically greater, okay. So no, it's
so.
not
First, we
because.
need to take input. I think
Hmm.
input of those two A and B.
Yeah, correct. So you took the input, which looks correct because there are two words. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
A and B here. Then now we need to calculate if A is greater than B. I think.
Yeah.
1 second. If A is greater than B, it will produce yes. If A is smaller than B, it will produce no.
For now, just print the first line. So you need to print the length of sum of both the words. So just write the code for that first.
Okay. 1 second. So tab you say. Okay. C dot next line. Sir, we are not going to use next line or anything, right?
No, we don't need to. I think input is already taken. String A is equals to sc dot next.
Yeah.
You just have to focus on output.
So first we have to figure out the sum, right, of the length,
Yeah, so how do we find out the length of the string?
total length.
Yeah, L should be capital for length.
Oh, that thing you told me, lowercase, camel case, something.
Yeah.
A dot length, right, sir?
Capital A dot length.
Oh, because it's we have declared capital. we should print out that thing, na? This right because we have declared.
Yeah, looks good. So first part I think is done. Now you need to check if it is lexicographically greater than B or not.
Sir, what is lexical?
Even I get confused at this top. What is lexicographically? Good question. Lexicographically, will just check directly. Suppose you have hello, okay? So A B C D E F G H I J K H I J, okay? So H comes before J. So
Uh,
that means hello is smaller than Java. So it will compare the first term, and you have to compare it like that.
oh, not the amount of letters.
Yeah.
It won't calculate the amount of letters. It will just calculate the if H comes first or J comes first.
Yep, correct. So you have to check lexicographically.
So if should we use if logic, sir?
Yeah, you can use that.
If A is sir, that lexicograph, how will we use?
You should use capital A first. I mean, let's just do a hit and trial. Let's try to compare it directly. So you say A is greater than B. Let's do that. Instead of A dot length, just say A is greater than B or not. And let's see what is the output. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now return, print something. Okay. Let's print. Or you can say system.out.println A is greater than B. So it will print whatever it will return. No, not like that. Just whatever you wrote in if condition A is greater than B without double quotes, just do that. Just remove the line if, line number 16,
Mm-hmm.
remove that. And just try to print this A is greater than B. Remove completely line 16.
How will we print, sir, if we remove that
It will
condition?
print, trust me, it will print A is greater than B.
With double quotes or without?
Without. No, not as row.
Ah.
Greater than sign
Oh.
operator. So it's a boolean,
So that
okay?
was.
It will print
Ah.
something in boolean. Either it will print true or 1 or 0 or false.
So A length plus B length, that is the
So we
total
are
length.
getting some error. What can you hover over the error? We are getting some- What it says is undefined for the argument type. So we can use some function instead of greater than sign because it says it's invalid. So instead of greater than, just write dot and compare. Try to compare. Yeah, use this compare to,
Mm-hmm.
and inside another string just write b, and let's see what is the output. Even I don't remember this, but let's see. Semicolon, and let's run it. Let's run the code and let's see what is the output we are getting. We are getting true or false. Sorry, what?
Yeah.
We are getting negative only. Also, we are getting negative. That means okay. Can you search on Google the documentation for compare to method? What it returns?
What should I write, sir?
Compare to method. Yeah, documentation for either is good.
Okay, one documentation of.
Compare to method in Java. We'll see what it returns. So it compares the current object with the specific object and returns an integer indicating their relative order. So if it's a negative integer, that means the current object is less than the specified object. So you see, um, current object is less than specified object. What is
Yeah, it's right, sir. Negative.
so
Because
it says it is
Hij, so J
smaller?
is negative 2 of H, right?
Yeah, but which one is smaller?
Which one is?
Which one is smaller?
H is smaller because no, no, sir. Because look, sir. What I think I understood. Let me just show you.
Okay, write the code. You have
They're
spoken.
saying negative two, right? Because J is minus two of
So
H.
you can write a
What
logic like
like?
if it is negative, then you can say it's a no, and
Uh-huh.
if it is positive, then you can say it's a yes. But I know that what if that both of these have same length and somewhat similar. For example, hello, and you have another word HELLW. Then in that case, how
Hmm.
it will be working? So we need to go through it. For now, just write the code.
Now, sir, which next step?
Try to use the if else logic, and if it is negative, then give it no. If it is positive, then give it yes. Something like that. And I think it will not work anyway. But yeah, just write the code.
Sorry, am I doing the right thing?
Looks like it's wrong.
Where, sir?
So you are saying that is equals to minus. So that's not how it works. So you have to write less than sign, and if it is less than zero, that means it's a negative.
Oh yeah.
Zero, then it's a no.
One second.
And
The
B should be
flower.
inside brackets, right?
Yeah, what has to be inside brackets?
B.
Ah, this one. Ah, ah, ah. Oh, now I'm understanding what you're trying to say, sir. Sir, the flower bracket has to be in the if logic.
Yeah, you have to write the flower brackets or curly brackets.
Yes, yes. If it means here it will be flower. Okay. This means plus just a minute.